what we're seeing right now in Mexico is a proposal from the outgoing government of Felipe Calderón, the PAN party, which would really roll back protections for workers in a very serious way. We have a big campaign in IndustriALL to fight precarious work, and the reform that's being proposed by the Mexican government goes in the opposite direction. It's a reform that would promote and exacerbate the problem of precarious work in a number of areas. It would make it easier for companies to outsource work and to subcontract. A lot of that happens illegally already in Mexico, but what it would essentially do is legitimize the existing practice. It would weaken seniority protections for workers. It would cap the back pay that workers can get when they're unjustly fired. It would set up a system of a payment by the hour instead of what's currently required as payment by the day. I mean, there's been a very strong reaction from certainly the democratic sector of the trade union movement in Mexico, the telephone workers, the mine workers, the authentic workers front known as the FAT, university workers, and even some unions that are historically part of the bloc linked to the political party have reacted that some of these reforms, like making it easier to subcontract and to pay workers by the hour, are just going to undermine living standards, even in unions that are not necessarily very democratic. So there've been a lot of protests. The electrical workers, I should say, the SME, which is a very important union that's been under attack by the government for a number of years and had 44,000 members fired in a single day, continues to fight back. Just won a big lawsuit against the government. So all these groups have organized street demonstrations, their online petitions. The youth movement has gotten involved in supporting it. There is opposition in the center-left parties. The reform was approved by the Chamber of Deputies. It's now gone to the Senate. It's not really clear that this is going to help business in the sense that, yeah, it will probably reduce labor costs for businesses that want to take a low-wage path, but whether that's actually good for the Mexican economy in terms of creating any kind of additional consumer power or building the internal market, what it's going to do is kind of consolidate Mexico's role as a low-wage competitor to China for access to the U.S. market, but that doesn't do a lot to raise the living standards of Mexicans, nor does it do anything to create social stability or do anything that would help them face the huge problems of crime and insecurity that the Mexican citizens face every day.